So tell us about the title, how it came to you, and introduce the book and the title to our viewers here.
The book is A Life Unfiltered, which basically means it's a raw and unedited view of our experience on Earth, and with all its joys and imperfections. So it's a brutally honest account of my life within what a social society can read. And the next line is an add-on to that, wedded to the saber, flirting with the quill. Saber is a sword, quill is that जो पंख से हम लिखते होते हैं पुराने जमाने में. So it's a metaphor that while I am married to the army, I'm flirting with writing. So one is a profession, one is a passion, and for me both go hand in hand.
Hello sir, good to have you on our show, Turning Pages.
Hello.
So how are you feeling?
Nervous.
Being on our show.
Nervous.
No, you've already written a book. I don't think you need to be nervous about anything. So let's begin our conversation by asking you that you already have a very elaborative career in army, and then writing a book. So how was this experience, or when did you realize that you have stories or you want to say something and I must write?
Okay, I started with writing diaries when I was 13. And all my desires, my stories, my anecdotes were written in that. But I never had the courage to go beyond a diary and push them for print.
Okay.
So in 2013, I had gone for a family holiday to Kashmir. There, I met a person by the name of Cobra. He had been an ex-militant in Kashmir Valley.
Interesting.
Surrendered militant, now working with the army.
Okay.
So when I heard his story, I liked it, I wrote it down, and I just sent it to Tribune for publishing. Just sent it to it. And I was delighted. After 2 days, it was published in 2013, sometime in July. And from there, I started writing. I got a lot of confidence.
Okay.
And though writing has been a passion, but I got my confidence in publishing only in 2013. I was well past 40 that time.
Yeah. So you've been writing before that?
Yeah, I've been writing journals. Yes.
Then who inspired you to write that? Because it doesn't come very easy.
My father.
Okay.
He insisted rather to write a few words every day on your daily happenings, your desires, your future, whatever you want to write.
Yeah.
Essays. We should go on a picnic here. You should make us write kya hua aaj picnic mein. So from there I started writing. He should correct it, my spelling, my language, and slowly it built up. So he's the start point. And he's a writer himself.
Well, that's very great because writing a journal or a diary is a very, very therapeutic experience. कि तुसी अपने सारे दिन दा vent out कर देने होते, and then you're very, at least if nothing else, then you know that you're not carrying the baggage. You've unloaded it there.
It's a catharsis.
Yes, it is. Yeah. So tell me, from there, then writing started, and then publishing started with writing articles.
Anji.
But with the army, and they do have constraints, they don't let you write much. Was it ever an issue?
No, I never wrote anything which is controversial or which related to security.
Okay.
I wrote normal incidents, normal common man's experiences, which in no way could jeopardize the national security.
Okay.
And plus, most of my articles are non-military. Though I'm a Fauji myself, but I write mostly outside the uniform.
Yeah.
The experiences which a common man can relate to.
Yeah. So tell us about then, after publishing so many articles, then what came into your mind or what inspired you to put them together in a book?
My friends, my course-mates in the army, they said, "Tu kitab kyun nahi likhta?" I said, "I can't write a book." Well, just start by compiling the articles.
Yeah.
So even this entire process took 2 years to compile.
Yeah.
But I have enjoyed the entire process. It was really worth it.
Because I'm going through the book, I was realizing it's not that just you've compiled all the articles together. There is separate section that stories are clubbed under. Some are about like soul searching, also finding meaning. Some are about the family. So you've put in a lot of effort. And what really hooked me to the book was the title. So tell us about the title, how it came to you, and introduce the book and the title to our viewers here.
The book is A Life Unfiltered, which basically means it's a raw and unedited view of our experience on Earth, and with all its joys and imperfections. So it's a brutally honest account of my life within what a social society can read. And the next line is an add-on to that, wedded to the saber, flirting with the quill. Saber is a sword, quill is that जो पंख से हम लिखते होते हैं पुराने जमाने में. So it's a metaphor that while I am married to the army, I'm flirting with writing.
Yeah.
So one is a profession, one is a passion, and for me both go hand in hand.
So मतलब शायर हो रहे हैं, आर्मी वालों के अंदर का जो शायर है ना वो बाहर आ रहा है, the storyteller is coming out.
स्टोरी टेलर यस, शायद हमें आती नहीं है स्टोरी टेलर यस.
No, but then you weave good human stories because you interact with so many people and so many different situations in life, which bring out the human element.
We have stories to tell, all of us,
Hmm.
and being in the army, I've had a vast experience of all these stories. I've just penned it out in a language people can understand.
Yeah, it's very easy read, but at the same time, it's very insightful. You've picked up stories like the one I loved was about this Pakistani soldier that you happen to work together. So tell us about that, because whenever the word Pakistani or Pakistani soldier comes, we are अचानक से ही हो जाता है कि नहीं, they are our enemies. But then you talked about how you served together. So please talk to our viewers about it.
We were in Congo for about 15 months together. We served under neighboring brigades
हाँ जी.
under common UN flag, and we had a common mission to perform, and we were professionals. We were from part of same British Indian Army till 1947, so we have same culture, same ethos, same guidelines. Only thing is we are on different side of the Radcliffe line, and with politics, and I will not get into the partition and other details. But both they are as good as us, or as they're just like us, and both of us are doing our duty, fighting for our nation, because the nation comes first.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us about beyond writing. You've served in Siachen as well.
Yeah.
So tell us, what is tougher, surviving Siachen or surviving a midlife crisis?
In retrospect, midlife crisis.
How is that?
Because Siachen is just physical.
Yeah.
And midlife crisis, you have to deal with so many subjects, relationships, your age, your career, your hormonal differences, imbalances. Midlife crisis, maybe later I'll say Siachen is worse, but as of now, I'm going through midlife crisis.
And I think we should create more spaces to talk about the crisis people face in real life, whether it is in work or otherwise. Yeah.
Midlife crisis is a real thing.
Yes,
this I've realized when I reached middle age.
I think it's very good to see men talking about it, because then it opens spaces for women also to talk about it.
Yes.
Yeah. Going forward, tell me one dish that defines your philosophy in life and you feel must be cooked just right.
Pickle.
Yes. So what kind of pickle do you like?
Mango pickle.
And everybody has their own recipes for it. So you need to get that just right.
Yes.
So one truth you learned from the battlefield that needs to be applied just as much to the civilian life every day.
The fickleness of fortune, the uncertainty of life.
Yes.
It's not Fauji alone who are in danger. Everybody is living life for that day. You never know if you're there tomorrow or no.
Yeah.
So uncertainty.
I think that is one lesson we all need to learn and contemplate, because we take things for granted.
Absolutely.
And the things that we take for granted are the things that need to be cherished and taken care of more.
Yes.
And life being one of them, and our relations being other. Right. So right. So you've been in Sanar school, and you've been a Sanar school boy. But from being a Sanar school boy to the colonel and then to an author today, which version of you had the most stories to tell about?
Soldiering.
Yeah.
Because I spent 32 years in soldiering plus 4 years in training, where I spent 6 in Sanar.
Yeah.
So of course there are more stories here, but every story is a different league altogether. They can't be compared. All my stories are equally dear to me.
Yeah, and I think every different versions have different kind of stories to tell.
Yes.
And being in the army, again, as we talked earlier, you have more situations, you deal with more people, so more human stories come.
Yes,
and there is a complete perception of an adult also now.
Yes.
Great. Tell us, in your book, in one of the articles, when you're saying that cooking is a philosophy wrapped in a recipe. So, if life is a dish, or if life were a dish, what would be your secret ingredients for living a wonderful life?
Wit, humor.
Yes.
Otherwise, life is very bland.
Yeah, it is very dull.
Very dull.
That's so true. Truly said.
कुछ मसाला चाहिए.
Masala चाहिए. Like we like our masala cha. We like our masala pickles.
Yes.
We need masala, wit and humor in life. Yes. Definitely, for sure. What's one thing civilians never get right when they imagine the army life? Because they have a lot of fascination, but then what do you think they miss? They don't get it right.
जब लड़ाई नहीं होती आप करते क्या हो? I have not been able to give answer to them.
Oh,
We train for war
yeah.
when there's no war,
Yes.
but we do a lot many things in that process.
Yeah.
But it's very difficult to explain to them
Yeah.
कि whatever we do,
Hmm.
it's towards the last aim of fighting the war.
Yeah. I think army is always in action. The action people see is only during the war or during the time of conflict. But behind the scene, the action is even bigger because every moment you're preparing for it and you're equipping yourself, whether it is staying in touch or physically working.
For
on
I'll just
yourself.
elaborate on this. For every tasking given to us,
Hmm.
be it arrangement of an event
Yeah.
or a situation where you have to help with civil administration or actual training or
Yeah.
war,
Hmm.
there's an aim given to us.
Yeah.
There's a mission given to us.
Yes.
There are resources given to us. There's time given to us.
Hmm.
We have to manage all these within that much.
Hmm.
That trains us for war.
Yes.
We don't look back for assistance. We have to manage with what we have,
Huh.
and I think we do pretty good job.
Yeah, absolutely. Because going out and putting your best foot forward in those war zones means a lot of training,
Yeah.
back work, homework needs to be done.
Our mind gets tuned towards
Yeah,
war.
Yes,
in that.
absolutely. So you're actually always preparing for it
Absolutely, absolutely,
silently.
absolutely.
Yes. So if the book had a playlist, which song would open it and which one would play at the end?
Oh, I love old songs. Opening song, मैं जिंदगी का साथ निभाता चला
Oh,
गया.
wonderful, very nice.
Of course, I don't smoke, but I like the song. And second was
If the one song has to end, the last one in the playlist will be
अभी ना जाओ छोड़ के ये दिल अभी भरा नहीं.
something about the old songs that they catch the essence of life.
You know, when you are happy, you hear the music.
Yeah.
When you are pensive,
Yeah.
you understand the lyrics.
Yes.
Old songs had lyrics.
Lyrics.
They relate to you.
Yeah.
That's why I'm a fan of old fans. I'm that old thought process kind of a person.
We are old school people.
Old school people, and I like the old songs.
And we own it. That we are old.
Yeah, I love newer also,
Yeah.
but they stay longer with me.
They're longer.
They're longer with me.
because the essence, they captured the essence so well that they never go.
I relate to them.
Yeah, you relate.
I relate to them.
Because and the flood of new information and new songs, entertainment for that is so rapid.
Yeah.
Okay, by the time you remember one thing, the other is there, and that's
And
all.
there are no lyrics. It's good
Yeah.
music.
Huh.
You can dance. You can
Everything.
enjoy parties,
Huh.
but you can't remember that song.
Okay, let's talk about your better half.
Okay, okay.
So thank God that you got married, and tell me how marriage has helped you to win the battles in life. That one battle that you feel that.
Firstly, marriage has been the greatest accident of my life, the most memorable accident of my life. And what I've gained in marriage is freedom from solitude.
Yeah.
I
That's
have,
very well said.
I have a good company. I don't get bored, and when I'm alone, I do miss my better half.
Yeah.
I think that sums it up.
That's the essence of companionship,
Yes.
togetherness.
We have differences. We do quarrel a lot, but we understand each other very well.
And I would give it to the army wives because they hold the fort so much well in the absence of our army personals, being there away from family for so long. And then in society also, they are giving so much back.
Yeah.
So they do definitely.
Yeah, here I would like to actually appreciate all the army wives in particularly, though I feel every wife does a good job, every mother does a good job, but army wives, they are constrained by absence of their husband for a prolonged period of time.
Yeah.
They have to raise the kids themselves, they have to manage everything themselves. They have a more difficult life and under constant stress कि मेरे husband कुछ हो ना जाए.
Yeah.
That thing is always there.
Yeah.
They're emotionally very, very, touched by that.
Vulnerable.
I give it to them, I salute them. If my kids are doing well today, 90% of the contribution is out of my wife.
Yeah.
And of course, I think otherwise also,
Yeah.
in any profession, but in army, they're involved slightly more.
Absolutely. And it's more visible.
Because we are not available.
You're
We are not
there.
available.
You cannot even offer that makeshift arrangement, which otherwise in a household, it can be expected from a man
Absolutely.
to be there to fill up the gaps.
Yeah.
But yes, you guys are not there. So they definitely hold that space for you all the more.
Yes,
So all the more gratitude to them, sincere gratitude to them. Tell me, if your 24-year-old self at Siachen could read this book of yours today, so what you think that he would have to say, a 24-year-old Colonel H.P. Singh?
There
reading
was
his own book?
much more to experience in life. Siachen was just one difficult part.
Yeah,
There was more to follow.
yeah.
And every experience was unique. it was different, and a great learning in every experience.
Absolutely. So that sums it up that one does not have to get stuck in one situation in life. You have to move on and experience
You have to
everything.
keep moving ahead.
Huh.
Life is a game of ups and downs.
Yeah.
You have to keep moving ahead.
Absolutely. So let's move to our other segment where we ask some rapid fire questions to
Okay.
our author.
Okay.
So you are a tea person or a coffee person?
Coffee.
And who's your coffee companion?
My wife.
Oh, wonderful. And are you a person who loves company, be with friends, or a lonely ranger?
I like company, but there are times when I need my space.
So you try to create a balance.
Yeah, when I'm thinking, when I'm serious, I'm writing, I want no disturbance that time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't like to be alone.
Do you have a particular writing ritual? Ki this is how I want to write. This is
Yes. Writing is a discipline for me. I set deadlines,
Okay.
timelines. I have to pen down so many words in a day.
Oh, wonderful.
And I work in the mornings. I wake up early. I spend an hour and a half in the mornings. About 4 to 5 days in a week, I'm working also.
Yeah.
So, in the evenings, if I get time, I go over the draft, and I normally finish one article from Sunday to Sunday.
Oh, wonderful. That's very nice. So you keep that works and
I
space
put
and time
I
for
put
writing.
deadlines. I have to have so many articles in 2025, 2024, and generally I have been able to meet deadlines.
So if you have to take a vacation, where will that be? On a beach or in the mountains?
Mountains, hills. I've done my schooling in school. I've done 6 tenures in Jammu and Kashmir. So I love hills.
So you are a mountain person.
I'm a mountain person.
Perfect. So with that, we wrap up this entire conversation. Thank you so much for being with us.
My pleasure.
And for our viewers taking out time and talking about your book. Thank you so much.
Thank
All
you so
the
much,
best, sir.
Navita. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.